Welcome back, we are here, this time for a league roast to the Bay career mode video. It's been a tad while since I did last upload. I think I just completely forgot about the Brawn GP series, but we're back for league racing this time. Making our WOR debut season. This is the second round. I did record the first round, but the stream only recorded the first 2 minutes of the whole stream, so we have got to start the series of WOR. Here at Silverstone, in the opening round, we got P2 after qualifying on pole in Las Vegas. Obviously, not happy with P2 considering he started on pole, but we're there, we got pace, and we are able to vie for the championship this season. But we're here at Silverstone for the second round. Out at the Vale and Club Chicane we go to start our first lap of qualifying down the Lewis Hamilton straight into turn number 1, and then through turn number 2, and then towards turn number 3 of Village. The first braking point, the lap braking around where the curb begins on the left hand side. A little bit of a moment there through the exit of Village, and then through turn 4, and then through towards turn number 5 through Aintree. Down the Wellington straight we go for the first time in this qualifying session, going towards Brooklands corner where you brake around just after the 50-metre board, try and get the car hooked up for the left-hand apex, and then through into Luffield we go now. Get on the power as early as possible, overtake on, then we go flat through Woodcote down to around 60% ERS, and then down towards the infamous Cops corner. Remember, back to 2021 we go, very, very wide at Cops, which is trying to get a feel for the track as well. And then towards the famous Maggots and Beckett's we go for the first time, through Maggots, through Beckett's, and then through the final right-hander, and then on to Chapel. Maggots and Beckett's mid, definitely time to find. Game says purple, but I do not believe that in the slightest. Down the hangar straight we go, down towards Stowe corner. Again, once again, the front sliding in a little wider than we would have wanted, down towards the Vale and Club Chicane. Taking it nice and early just so we can get a lap on the board, a bit wider the apex on the left-hand side, and out of the final corner on the exit of the Vale and Club Chicane, and over the line. It's going to be a 26.388 for our first go. Now on our second, on the same set of tyres, I had enough fuel for the double run. We was over at just over a tenth up, but then I had a very poor exit on Beckett's and through Chapel, and then down the hangar straight we go. We are marginally up on our time. Then towards Stowe corner we go once again. I go even wider this time. I gain time on the exit. We're matching it, so I just opted to come into the pit. And what you see here, the V Cub in front of us, completely rear locking the Williams there. I had to take avoiding action. I just cautiously went to the right hand side to make sure I didn't clatter into anyone. On our second go, this time on a new set of tyres, we are majorly improving. 4.5 tenths up we go towards the Vale and Club Chicane, but then as you see here, as I hook in and accelerate, a little bit of a moment on the mid part, and then I collapsed the sausage curb, and that cost me probably around 2-3 tenths on this lap, which you can see me shake the wheel here. Not happy with it in the slightest whatsoever. On to our final run in qualifying. Run the build up here. I'm just trying to make sure I have got some good track position. There's the Alpine in front of us, and then that Haas throughout the whole of the outlap was being a pain in the backside, but I finally got through to him before I started my lap. Down the Hamilton straight for the final time we go in this qualifying session. Towards turn number 1 we go once more, and we are looking to take pole position for the second time in 2 races. Through Village we go once again. A little bit of a correction on turning, only 400ths down on our time. Then we go through on the exit and get very much wider than we want, and we are basically a 1/10.5 down as we enter the Wellington straight. So we need to have a monumental next 2 sectors if we are to find it. 1.6 tenths down as we go into Brooklands corner. We find I think around half a tenth there, then a bit wider than we would have wanted. It goes down to 2 tenths down, but then a much better exit, and it puts us down to only 600ths of a second down on our personal best. Down towards Cops corner we go once again, trying to find some more time. We just fling the car through there. Don't want to touch the curb too much because I can spin the car around. We are 3/400ths down on the Delta. We go through Maggots, we're a bit wider. Then we go through Beckett's fully on that inside curb, and then through Beckett's, then onto Chapel we go. It's a poor exit, and we are a 10th down despite us having a decent middle sector. A 10th down towards the Stowe corner on the exit of the hangar straight. We go through Stowe corner, and we are now instantly up on our time, matching it. But we know how bad our final sector was. We know how bad the final chicane was, slinging it through Vale and Club Chicane. No sausage curve this time. On the exit, we're 2.5 tenths up. It's a monumental last sector to take provisional pole position. Now we have to wait. We have to see if anyone else can take it away from us. Rybird, who won in Las Vegas last week. No, he's not able to. What about maybe the Mercedes and the Nwoko? He's coming around the final corners here at Silverstone on the exit Development Club chicane. The Nwoko seeming to be the closest rival in qualifying over the line, and he can't do it. And I think we are on pole position at the British Grand Prix. CT08 to step down. He's not going to do it. We are on pole for the British Grand Prix. So there's your strategy then, medium hards, basically the box standard here, but then we go to the starting grid, on pole for the second week running in WOR, the 5 lights on, ahead of us 20 at Silverstone, 5 lights on, 5 lights out, and we're racing towards turn number 1, and we've had a pretty decent start, and we're clearing the turn number 1, through turn 1 we go, and we lead from Nwoko, then Rybird, who started on the hard compound tyres in 3rd, and then Mika 4th, CT08, who was in the hunt for pole, is in 5th, now going past Mika, but we're going through Village now, and then through the loop and on to Aintree, and we are leading the British Grand Prix. On to lap number 8 at this British Grand Prix, on to lap number 9 actually, if we round the final corner. We have led since the start. We've basically been in control here. You see, no warnings yet. We're approaching the pit window. No one else yet to box, but we are just keeping in control here. But as you can see in the top left, Nwoko had a very bad Development Club chicane, so now we broke the DRS, and we have got a 1.3 second lead as we go through Village and through the loop and onto Aintree. We've got that over second gap, the crucial gap to get away from the DRS. Now, round Stowe corner on lap number 9, the first pit stop is going to initiate, and I'm going to believe it's CT08 in the Red Bull who's going to dive into the box. Yes, he is. You can just see in the top left there, it says pit next to his name. So we continue on. Nwoko continues on. Rybird, who started on the hard compound tyres, pits as well. So now we go on lap number 10. We continue once more, and this time it's Piero Nwoko who's going to dive into the pit lane. We want to make sure we have the freshest tyres, because in recent events in league racing around Silverstone, I've done 2 races within the last 2 weeks at Silverstone. I've had a puncture on the last lap in 2 of them. So through Village we go once again. This is our in lap here, so we've got to get every single lap crucial here. Through Village we go, and we're wide there, and then through the loop on the exit we go very, very wide there. Just the car understeering off. And that's probably going to cost us at least half a second. Down the Wellington Straight we go towards Brooklands. The front end just not biting, because those front tyres are basically dead. They're probably better chucking a block of ice on the front wheels instead of these tyres right now. Through Luffield we go, get on the power on the exit, and then we go flat through. We'll cut down towards Cops Corner for the final time on this set of medium compound of tyres. Now, down towards Cops we go, and you see we have to lift there, very cautious with the throttle, because the front's just not biting. Yeah, you see the tyre wear there, almost 75%, maybe even over 75% by the end of this complex of corners. Through Maggots and Beckett's we go for the final time on this set of tyres, and we're looking, I was expecting to get undercut by them here, but I was hoping to come out just behind them. The engineer reminding me to box this lap, which I was definitely making sure I would be doing anyway. But the goal here is just to stay with the leading contenders and not force us to push on the hard compound tyres. Make sure we've got the DRS so we can just get into a rhythm, warm up the tyres up. We dive into the box now, and you can see how careful I take it. It's very, very cautious there. Probably costing us at least half a second, maybe even a second, was how cautious we took that. Through the pit lane we go now. We've got the second earliest box here, because Ferrari finished second in the Constructors in 2024. The crew get to work. Onto the hard tyres we go, and so around the final corner we see the Sauber go, but he's not our race. The kick Sauber of Ludi, I probably butchered that. He goes into the lead of the British Grand Prix. Then the Haas goes through. Those two haven't pitted yet, but this is who we're looking for. You can see the 3-car train come. We're trying to get on the power. Rybird goes through into the lead. CT08 goes through. Nwoko goes through. But just like we wanted, we're right there, just on the rear of them. We've got tyre warming up to do, but we are right on the rear of the lead train for the British Grand Prix, and we are in the best position here. Rybird's on the mediums as well. So this is going to be our first opportunity on the exit of Stowe corner, on the exit of Chapel, he goes wide, and now down the hanger straight we go. We're going to pull out to the inside, the Mercedes is lagging, we pull out to the inside, we go down the inside, and we get tyre hooked and we get spun off into the wall, and we are out of the British Grand Prix due to desync and lag. Cheers for that. We are out of the race, and any hope we had of winning for the first time in WR is dashed in an instant. Here at Silverstone, no luck again at this track, and it is very annoying, and it did quite piss me off, that incident that we had. So you can see on board with the Mercedes now. We go on the inside, we've done nothing wrong, just his pure lag takes us out. It is a slower version for you. We've done nothing wrong. He arguably turns in, but that's just the game being awful. But here's your standings after the second round. We are 5th in the drivers, but very possible to get that. Only 15 points behind considering the DNF we had. If you did enjoy today's episode of the WOR season, please maybe consider liking, sharing it, or whatever you want to do. We'll see you all for the next one next week on Thursday for the Italian Grand Prix. Hasta la vista. See you later.